To many Americans, the welfare rolls are saturated with lazy people who would rather sit back and take it easy while hard-working taxpayers foot the bill. To those who believe in the great American dream that every man can pull himself up by his own bootstraps, the solution to the welfare problem is primarily a matter of taking people off the welfare rolls and putting them on the payrolls. What is fact? What is myth? Who are these people on welfare? And what changes are needed in our welfare system?
I don't want welfare to support me. I want welfare to find a job for me, a job where I can work and make a living on my own.
This is the public hearing held in March of this year in Fresno, California, the richest agricultural county in the world.
Are you employed?
No, I'm not.
When were you last employed?
It was in 1958.
What brought your work to an end?
I become disabled. In 1954, I fell off a ladder working out on the ranch.
I go into debt in wintertime and work. My wife and I work in summertime to pay off those debts, and then the cycle's just over and over. Hard times come again, we go in debt again, and so on. Same thing. It's just a cycle. If I ever applied for welfare in my whole lifetime, must have been about twice or three times in my lifetime that I remember, and that was because I really had to.
In other words, it goes against your grain to take welfare?
No, I don't like that. I don't like to go before the welfare department and beg for food. No, sir, I never did like that. I've had all the chance in the world to become a #1 beggar, but we don't do that.
What makes you feel like you're begging when you go in there?
Look, lady, I don't know if you ever begged for food yet or not, but I'm going to tell you. When you go to the welfare department, these people are ready for you. In fact, they're hostile.
Why do they discriminate us by saying the Mexicans are getting welfare, the poor people is getting welfare? Why don't they turn around and say the grower is getting welfare, and he is getting it on a bigger basis? Because this son of a gun, year after year, will be getting millions of dollars out of the government because they didn't work the land or this or that. Here, Mr. So-and-so, here's so many millions. But that's called something different. That doesn't call welfare, even if that's the real word for that. But no, they rather discriminate us than the Mr. Grower.
Last year, farmers in this area were subsidized in excess of $60 million so they wouldn't plant something. They received also, God knows how much, for technological studies at the University of California, Santa Barbara, at Davis, and so on and so forth, to create machineries to put these people out of a job.
The American people voice little objection to their tax dollars being used for business subsidies, but cry out loudly against welfare grants. Could the reason be that welfare receives an imbalance of the attention and publicity? Or is there a basic resentment against the poor? Can it be that many hard-working Americans resent the fact that welfare recipients seem to be getting something for nothing?
People do have to stand in lines. We do get very busy. We do have long federal, state, and county forms to fill out, which ask every question from when you last clipped your toenails on up. This is unfortunate.
In some states, a single aged person can receive a larger grant than an unemployed mother with 3 children. And in no state is assistance given to the working poor.
We don't have anything. We work out on a farm. I have to pay income tax. I have to miss meal to pay that.
I am a human being as well as the next person. I like to be treated as a human being. I like to be talked to as a human being. And I don't know very many people that tries to get on the welfare too. That's usually the last resort. If you get the feeling that your interviewer is getting the money out of his pocket to hand you, and you know about just how you'd feel about giving me $35, $40 a month out of your own pocket, your own earnings, you'd be hesitant about it, and it seems that that's the way they seem to do it.
But under the law, you are just as much entitled, under certain circumstances, to this money as they are to their salary. There's no difference, and people should understand that.
Yeah, Your Honor, I understand you, but I don't think you understand me. We understand that, and we feel that way about it. But it seems as though to me, maybe I'm wrong, it would be better, maybe we should have a commission with them. I mean, like you people are with us, they should have a commission to explain it to them that the money don't come out of their pocket. Now, we understand you. I do.
Understand.
So that is a problem. But thank you so much for trying.
In the 1964 presidential campaign, Senator Goldwater had a particularly rousing rally in Odessa, Texas, an arid area noted for its rich petroleum deposits and conservative politics. Asked how he felt the evening had gone, Goldwater said, "Great, these are my kind of people. They came out here, they worked hard, and they struck oil." The senator was not joking. He reflected the time-honored American tradition which has enshrined hard work as a noble exercise producing indubitably the rewards of success. The trouble is that not every conscientious toiler is fortunate enough to strike oil. Millions have labored a lifetime with little more to show for it than a mortgage and a heart attack. Gradually, American society is beginning to concede that some jobs can be demeaning and that luck and ruthlessness can have a lot to do with success. Gradually, we are beginning to realize that people are not always to blame for their own misfortunes, that a man is not necessarily a sinner just because he is unemployed. Plainly, society has an obligation to the poor that goes beyond charity. Clearly, welfare, as now operated, is not the answer. But unsurprisingly, President Nixon is finding performance harder than his campaign promise to get people off welfare rolls and onto payrolls. The harsh fact is that countless welfare cases are simply not salvageable. Much of this is due to past neglect, seated in the ridiculous American dream fantasy that everybody can make it to the top if he'll only try. The idea is not to rob the old to reimburse the young. Millions of senior citizens are having it rough enough as it is. But a more equitable balance needs to be struck. It's time this civilized nation, so-called, checked its own mental retardation in its savage handling of the plight of the poor.